So thank you again for tuning in to the Chris Show. So good that it needs to be stated twice. So I've been taking a look at my analytics, and a lot of you guys be watching my videos, but you're not subscribed. So at this time, if you want to check and see if you're subscribed, and if not, you can subscribe and turn on the notification bell for all my videos so you can like and participate in the comment section. As you know, of Chris, I've always given news whenever news is there, but I've also told you guys I'm gonna be doing different ventures, different avenues, different things, different ways to present you guys some quality stuff that I care about and people are caring about. And as we all know, movies are starting to pick back up. Movie theaters are opening. Am I going to the movie theaters? No, but I am actually going to be watching the movies that come out that are straight to DVD, such as Mortal Kombat, which is what I'm doing this video about. So yeah, tune in for that. I'm going to give you guys honest reviews about movies. You know, a lot of people, they think they're critics or they think they're the fanatics, so they have to do this or analyze it like this, that, and the other. I'm here to give you guys that different viewpoint, that honest viewpoint of someone that's just trying to, you know, watch a movie, however long that movie is, an hour and a half, 2 hours, give an honest review, whether it was worth your time or not. You know, a lot of people talk about Easter eggs or they didn't do this from this novel and this, that, and the other. And I feel like there's a wide range of audience of people that do not care about that stuff. So I'm here for that wide range of audience of people that just want honest opinions. Was the movie good? Was the movie worth watching? Would you watch it again? Would you recommend it to a friend? That's what I'm here to give you guys, that viewpoint going forward. Based off the trailer, I was somewhat interested in the movie. I'm not really like a big trailer person. Like, if I'm interested in the movie, I'm gonna watch it regardless. I'm gonna watch the trailer to get a little bit, but you know, they be showing things in trailers that actually don't appear in the full movie, so I don't like to get my full excitement just from watching trailers. So before I start getting into the spoiler review, let me just give you guys an honest review and an honest background on me about Mortal Kombat. So I loved Mortal Kombat since I was a kid. I remember the first Mortal Kombat I played as a kid was Mortal Kombat 2 on Sega Genesis, so that lets you know the history and how way back me and Mortal Kombat go. I even was playing Mortal Kombat up to the PlayStation and Xbox, but as I got older, I tended not like fighting games as much. But either way, I have a history, I have a childhood with it. I grew up, I watched the first movies, even though they were terrible, I still went and watched them. So I just wanted to give you guys that viewpoint. So I'm looking at it from a nostalgia point. I give you that side. So to give you guys a spoiler-free review, I would say if you're someone that has never been into Mortal Kombat and you're just trying to watch this and watch a movie, chances are this movie is going to be a 5 out of 10 for you, a 6 out of 10 for you, because the first hour was slow, it was build up, and if you're building up on characters and history you don't know about, it may be easier for somebody to tune out and not want to watch it. So, but if you're someone that has nostalgia, you love the games, you love the background and history about Mortal Kombat, spoiler-free reviews, it's probably going to be a 7 or 8 out of 10. It's definitely isn't no 9 or 10 out of 10 movie. Let's just be real. If you're doing that, you're out here standing, and I ain't standing. You know what I mean? So, for you spoiler-free people, like I said, it's definitely an enjoyable movie. They have good fights. It's not like you're gonna fall asleep and be bored throughout. It has a time period when they're building up the characters and the camaraderie and relationships that you might tune out. But overall, the full movie, you definitely won't be. So it's a movie worth watching. I'm gonna go more into everything else when I get out of the spoiler-free review, which I'm about to do right now. So if you haven't watched the movie, you should tune away from the video now. If not, you've been warned. Now I'm going to start getting into spoilers and then what actually went down. So yes, I like the movie. I like that we learned that Jack's background of his arms being snatched off was from Sub-Zero. I like the Sub-Zero Scorpion history in the past. At first, I was a little concerned about Sonya not being able to get the Mortal Kombat thing, but everyone else had it and made it come off like she was being weak or she wasn't actually one of the original or main people. But if you watch the whole movie, you get the payout at the end when she ends up killing Kano, which was a really good fight, and he was talking about, you owe me the $3 million. You knew just from the build-up from the first hour of the movie how they were going at it, that they were eventually going to fight. I didn't think it was going to be a fight to the death, but I definitely thought they were going to fight. So I was entertained by that. Seeing Liu Kang, his fire, and all of that was definitely a plus and positive to me. Also, I like how they did the finish him, or get over here, or a fatality. fatality when someone was actually killed, or like a flawless victory when he didn't touch anyone. That's really good payback to the games and everything like there. So that's that nostalgia factor. Ooh, that you guys said that. I really liked it. At first, I was a little, like I said, with the first hour I was concerned. I'm like, are they even going to show that many Mortal Kombat characters? But then in the second half, that's when you started seeing more and started getting more of the violence, the gruesome, the grossness, what we watch Mortal Kombat for, the fatalities, blood, gore, and all that. So, like I said, to me, the biggest issue with the movie is the first hour. It could potentially turn some people off. If you're watching from home, you might just turn away. Obviously, if you're in a movie theater, you're going to watch to the end, but there's going to be potential HBO Max people that are going to turn away because the first hour was slow. I'm a person, I have ADHD, so if a movie typically doesn't interest me within the first 30 minutes, I'm turning it off. Obviously, I was going to watch this to the end because I plan on giving a review for my channel, but you know, not everybody's going to be reviewing a channel or giving their opinions and thoughts about it, so Mortal Kombat might have that issue. But like I said in the spoiler-free section, if you don't have nostalgia for Mortal Kombat, I think this movie's a 5 or 6 out of 10. I think if you have a nostalgia factor, you grew up, you played the games, you watched the first movie, I definitely think this movie could be a 7 or 8 out of you. For me, it's a 7 out of 10. Like I said, that first hour, it need to be a little more action, so more people need to die. But you get that within the last hour, and that's where it's good. And also, they set up the sequel with the Johnny Cage poster. I love Johnny Cage, so I'm potentially interested in the sequel. If they do give a sequel, I plan on watching it. I'll give a review on it. So I wanted to hear from you guys though. So how did you feel about the movie? Do you agree with me about if you weren't someone that loved it, 5 or 6? If you did, 7 or 8? Did you actually fully love it? Did you just think it fucking sucked? Was it a 3 out of 10? I'd love to hear it. Do you think they're going to give the sequel of how the ending played out? I definitely think they are. They're talking about, I can always get more characters, and then he needs to recruit. It's basically setting up. But if they do a sequel, I do need to be warned. More good people need to start dying. Obviously, they weren't going to kill the originals and people like this, but in the future films and the future recruitments, yes, some of the good people need to go as well as the other bad. Yes, Kung Lao passed away, but Kung Lao is he's about peace and all of that. And the next movie, some more important people will definitely have to go from the good side if they want to make it as compelling and keeping us drawn like they did with this first one. But like I said, I want to hear what you guys have to say. You clearly know my thoughts on this movie now. It's watchable, it's not amazing. Nostalgia definitely has ties to it. But like I said, I want to hear what you guys have to say in the comment section. But as you know, of Chris, I'm going to give you news, updates, whatever the people are talking about, whether that's today, tomorrow, a week or 2 from now. So I need to make sure to subscribe, turn the notification bell for all my videos so you can like and participate in the comment section. This Chris, I'm out. This motherfucker.